Yo, no, I just got some friends in Australia. Like some of one of my best friends lives out there. What's up, LMG? Guys, you can jump in the voice chat if you want. I am going to. I'm gonna pull some things up here.
We're gonna have to do an EEG in order to get the,
Johnny, what's up?
YouTube
TV, what's up?
The vital, or not vitals, the...
Oh yeah, we got the Juice WRLD shirt on, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I feel so exhausted after yesterday, which is a good thing. I've been working hard. So we got some guests on the chat. Yo, you lost your phone? No way. Let me pull this up on the computer screen so I can see it. Dude, they returned it. Nice, dude. I hope you're doing great. Now I can see what people are saying. There we go. All right, dude. What's up, everybody? So where's everybody from? Let's hear that right now.
I don't know why they have to make it so complicated.
Okay, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Say what up to everybody.
What up?
We got BTG in the house. We, as it says on the title, Q&A with BTG. So got to start asking them questions for the main man. We also got Sassly in here. And anybody else who wants to hop in, come on and say, hey, let me share the link. The invite link.
So, but yeah. So that's gonna happen, and then hopefully I can, hopefully I'll be up to snuff that way. And
nice, North Dakota, baby.
Mm-hmm. Little Miss Goth said hi to both of us.
Average gamer, thanks. John Bentley, you're funny, man.
Nice. You too.
Oh, can I just say really fast? You know how there's the you suck, and I don't know. I always get so nervous to swear when I'm in the voice chat, but you know that like you suck, you jackass. Like, I was watching like a game a little bit ago where every time like there was a guy behind me who sounded just like the dude in Happy Gilmore where he'd be like, you jackass.
It's like, ha, you'll never make it onto that green just like you never made it to the NHL, you jackass.
Yeah. Like, he ended it with jackass after.
Dude, he probably practices that voice.
I know, probably, but it sounded just like the guy in Happy Gilmore.
That's
cracking
funny.
Me up. Now, like, I think of Happy Gilmore, but I also think of the stream just because we use that clip so much.
Yeah, right.
In the stream.
Yeah.
I'm ready for another nap, people. That 12-hour stream yesterday kicked my ass.
Yeah, you worked hard yesterday.
No kidding.
It was worth it, though.
It was kind of fun.
It's freaking awesome.
It was kind of funny when Dial Tone was like, well, you get to do, you get to start your IRL stream now, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, let me export this, dude. It's just like work. Aaron D just said Reggie Jackson.
Neptune.
That freaking yeah, Neptune, right? That was a good game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to do something big or just anything really, if you just want to like, I feel like nowadays just surviving in this world, you got to work freaking ass off.
Seriously. So true.
So like back in the day, you could kind of just like work at a factory or something and then just buy a house, buy some cars, send your kids to college. Yeah, right. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, I read a thing yesterday that said that back in 2000, a house in Salt Lake was like 184.
Sounds about right.
No, 154,000.
Yeah, like high range, like, yeah, anyway, onward.
And then now it's like 580, 590.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Totally. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. So, any questions?
Yeah. Okay, good. I didn't mute myself. So one of the things I wanted to ask, and I think that you've said it before in the chat. Sorry, like in fact, I'm pretty sure that you've said it a bit, but for those who maybe are like new to the stream and stuff, what made you find this channel there, but also like coming back, because like you're here every day, you greet everyone, you know, like, because I know that you have to like how you found the channel in the story. Like, one of my questions, in case there are new people, you know, in the chat, would be that. But then for people who have heard the story too, like personally, what keeps you coming back?
Oh, okay. So it was early February. It was probably like the 3rd or the 4th of February. And I was just rummaging around Facebook like I always do, and I noticed that an LA Beast video, it was like a compilation, I think is what it was. It came up. I'm like, oh, I'll watch it. And then the stream, so D9's stream was linked, and through that, I'm like, it's just another live stream. What the hey?
Or so you thought.
Yeah, no kidding. So then I'm like, I'll see what it's about. I'll say hi. I'll see if I can get a shout out, which I usually do with a live stream. And then something just clicked. And
yeah. It definitely feels like you've been a part of the community longer than you've been here. Like, there are times where I have to remind myself, like, oh yeah, like, because it feels like you're OG. You know, it feels like you've been a part of the channel a lot longer than you have.
Yeah,
you
and
definitely
then
drink a lot when you're in here. Like, thanks for coming every day.
Yeah, it's weird because sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I mean, like, I find it weird if I'm like late or if I'm unable to like be part of the stream.
Yeah. So I took question number 1. Are there any questions in the chat, Danny?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Do you wanna? Because like I have a few.
Hey, go for it, dude. Go for it. Hit it up, because I'm uploading the beat right now.
All right. So like I have some easy questions too. Like, what's your favorite color, Bear?
Orange.
Orange? That's cool.
There's some in-depth questions. Oh my.
Well, no, it's just like stuff that it's never come up before. So.
Okay, well, yeah.
And
Sweet.
maybe we're gonna be like making a present for Bear or something. You know,
Yeah.
helps to know the person's favorite color.
You never know.
Yeah. So if you need everything from my pass number, social security number.
Oh yeah, your bank account, your routing.
What's your credit card number and the
no kidding. No kidding. Yeah.
Outside of the stream, what do you do for fun?
What don't I do? Just kidding. I outside of the stream, well, currently, like what I've mentioned in there was the road to 1 bill GP. I've been working on that, but I guess that's alongside the stream. But
Smoking drugs, hanging out with hippies,
yeah, no kidding.
robbing banks,
Yeah,
hanging out with
yesterday was awesome.
convicted or runaway. What do they call them when it's like a runaway felon? What's up, Window Beer? How you doing? A fugitive. Yeah, you're harboring fugitives, dude. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. But yeah, I used to run like 5 and 10Ks, but that was years ago. That went out the window when I moved, because it was kind of funny, because when I moved the first time, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go for a run, and just like, no, this is not the safest area, because we got like notifications in the mail where they're like pedophiles and like
Whoa.
people in the neighborhood. Oh yeah.
You gotta stay indoors. Oh,
So-
man. Shoot.
So that ended that real quick, but yeah.
Well, Danny, do you have like say?
Are those all your questions, Sassy? Really? What's your favorite color and what do you do?
Wait. Sorry.
I'm
what?
sure you got some more, Sass. I'm gonna squeeze you for some more questions.
Okay, yeah, no, I can cover it, but I didn't know if you wanted to do like back and forth or.
Oh no, I'm uploading the beat right now. I gotta upload this beat.
Cool. So, as you know, Bear, like we play a lot of retro games on the channel.
Ooh, good
Do
question.
you have like is there like a retro game that you would like to see Danny play on the channel, or like do you have a favorite retro game?
Yeah, once I get a new computer, I know exactly what I'm gonna play, dude. Right?
I've already, no kidding. Both versions.
I don't know if I think I'm gonna stick to old school, man.
Oh, come on, just kidding. Okay.
Sounds like you guys have already had like.
Okay, well, what year was OSR3, or I mean, what was RS3? When was it? What year?
Okay, so RS3, I think it was like 12.
Yeah, it's still retro-ish, I guess. I'll bend the rules for you.
I've seen Super Mario World, which I've already seen in a stream. There was a speedrun.
Yep.
There was a speedrun done for that. But yeah.
So, Window Beer Review, Thomas, I'm just going to call you Thomas, has a question. What's the meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life? Taking one step at a time, and if you hit a hurdle, find your way around it.
Absolutely. I like that. Sassy, what is your meaning of life?
My meaning of life is just like thrive, like live to thrive versus just survive. I don't know, whatever that takes, but like I think that you can live your life in survival mode and you miss out on a lot of things. Like if you can, and sometimes it's necessary, sometimes you just have to like do it, like sometimes you have to be in survival mode, but I hope that everyone can get in a place where they're not just like surviving, but they're able to actually like thrive and enjoy the things that make life worth it.
I like that.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. It's kind of like saying I have a car, but I don't want to be paying it off for the rest of my life and not being able to do anything else.
Yeah, totally. I think life is about eating donuts,
Oh, where's she
Sit-
want you to follow? Like
Sitting
Joey?
on your bit.
Yeah, or Michelle. You know, like her and donuts.
I'm just
I
kidding.
feel like she needs to be here for this.
Her and donuts? No, she's not
She
a
loves donuts.
she's not a donut lover.
Here she is. Every time we're in the shop, she's like, "I want a donut."
Well, it's because everyone was talking about donuts.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like a running inside joke that always comes back, and I like it. I meant it as a compliment, you know. Just like
Yeah.
we talk about donuts in the chat. I'm like, oh, Michelle
Yeah.
needs to be here.
No, for real. I think that I think the meaning of life is like juicing the most out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is that you think that is, like figure out what you like to do, as long as it's not hurting anybody, and then just do it.
What is my earliest memory? Let's see. I would have to say when I was living with primary children's, I just remember it's like a wishing well. It's not a wishing well, but it's like where you put pennies and whatnot.
No, yeah.
And I don't know if it's changed, obviously, since I haven't been there since, but there was it was like a Ferris wheel in like the pond area, and right across was the cafeteria, and I always remember eating pistachio pudding.
Oh, nice, dude. That's an awesome memory.
Yeah.
What's up, Yifam? We're doing a question and answer for everybody here in the chat. You guys can just answer it in the chat, not just us. It's obviously me. We got Bear the Greeter. We got Sassy. If anybody else wants to join the voice chat, come hang out. We're just asking questions. Earliest memory, Sassy. What's your earliest memory?
Oh my gosh, so I have it, and it's way early. Interesting story. So bear with me. Like, it's kind of a gross one, but it's not so gross I can't say it. You know, it's like PC gross. So my earliest memory, I was still in like a crib, and it's before I could talk. And I watched, I must have like been watching like Disney cartoons or something, because I had a dream where like Mickey Mouse was in his detective outfit, and he was like investigating something. He's like, huh, like he was like looking at stuff that like he was like stuff that would be in baby food, right? Like, or just like stuff that like would be in a baby food. And I woke up and I guess I threw up. But I remember thinking like, oh, I need my mom, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't like.
So long story short, is your first memory is throwing up in your crib.
Yeah, and then trying to get my mom's attention, because I remember thinking like, I need my mom, but like I couldn't talk. I didn't know how to say like, Mom, get in here. So I started crying, and then she came and picked me up.
Dang, that's an early ass memory, dude. Holy cow. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say their earliest memory is like before they could talk. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a couple where they're just like little glimpses. Like I don't remember. It's like I remember little clips, and then I remember I had like a thing above my crib that, you know, like what are they called? Where they play music, and like I remember my mom would like spin it and she would sing to me, but it was like a very, very short memory. Like I remember my mom singing to me and like the thing above my crib spinning. And my mom probably didn't like have like a really good voice, but like as a baby, I just thought that she did. And I was like, oh, like it made me feel like calm hearing her sing with the, what are they called? Those things that like hang above a crib. I forgot what they're called.
No, not a diorama. It's a mobile.
Mobile,
or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it either, but that. And so like, it's like I have a very, very short memory of that. Like I can't remember a lot of the stuff around it, but I remember like my mom like singing above me with it for like a flip. And then I don't know which came first, the throw up memory or that one, because they were both like pretty early. I don't know which one came before the other, but those are probably my two earliest memories.
Oh, nice. That's tight. So if you guys want to come join the voice chat, come hang out. Window Beer asks, do you wake up happy or sad?
That depends.
Yeah, probably depends on the day.
Yeah.
Depends on if you're regretting what's gonna happen the next day or if you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, no kidding. Christopher Young, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. We're just out here hanging out, vibing in the voice chat. Just scheduled to beat. All right, Sassy, do you wake up happy or sad?
Same answer as Bear, where it really depends on the day. So like, and I think it depends on the dream too. You know, like if I had a good dream and I'm waking up, or if I just like wake up and I feel rested. Because there's sometimes where I wake up and I feel sad. Sometimes I wake up and I'm happy. I always have a song of the morning though. There's like every day there's a new song that's stuck in my head in the morning, and so like I'll sing a song first thing like when I wake up. But if I'm really in a bad mood, or like if I'm sad, then I don't. Like if there's no song of the morning, then I'm probably in like a piss poor mood.
Piss poor, that's worse than bad.
With that in mind, I just think back to the advice that I gave the other day.
Dude, what was that advice?
If you, I'm trying to think, if you, something to the fact of if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. If you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you probably like fell off or something like that.
Yeah, if you don't wake up on the wrong side of bed because you'll fall off. That's what you said.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
What about you, Danny?
This is an opportunity for me to be dishonest with people, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like to admit it. But I wake up every day feeling super depressed. It's just something I've dealt with pretty much my whole life, and I just have to snap myself out of it. Doctors and psychiatrists and stuff just said it's just genetics. Like you've had a family history of like depression and stuff, and so yeah, I wake up and I just feel awful, dude, pretty much every morning. But then I just dust myself off and I start like I do certain things to make myself feel better.
Yeah, so like
it's not really dependent on anything. It's just some people have asthma, other people have like osteoporosis, and I just wake up and just feel really sad all the time, depressed. But I just like snap myself out of it. So
yeah.
Another question from Window Beer Review Thomas is, what's the last time you cried? I like it, Thomas. Keep all the questions coming.
Yeah, no kidding. I like it. Oh boy.
What up, Huggy Bear?
Let's see, when
Hop in the voice chat, people.
I know what it was regarding, but I don't remember when. It was like not too long ago, actually. Oh boy. Oh, I remember. Oh, I want to barf now.
Oh no.
Not really, but so it was not too long ago, and it was knowing that that I won't be able to see. I will at one point in time. I won't have the opportunity to talk to my uncle.
Yeah, straight up, dude. That stuff's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard.
Well, Sassy, you got to answer this dour question.
All right. Well, I'll answer, but just like, sorry, everyone. So let me give you a little background with me, because like Danny, for a long time, you knew this. Like it used to be that I never cried. Like it was very, like, I think I even mentioned to you, like, cause like you were one of the only people that saw me cry, and like you've seen me cry on a couple occasions, and that's just not normal for me. Like I usually don't cry, but since Adora passed last April, I've cried a lot, and it's usually around Adora. And like I said, like this weekend is going to be really hard because it's the anniversary of when she died last year, like Monday.
Yeah,
So like I probably will cry again, but like I went from never crying to I cry a lot, like just because I miss her. And
yeah,
I don't know, she was like, I think that I viewed her as like my baby. You know, I lost her
totally.
just before
Mr.
she
Moto
turned
Reptile,
2.
what's up, man? How you doing?
I was always like with her. She was so smart. She was just so smart that like I feel like I'm grieving the loss of a child versus like the loss of a kitty. Like she really felt like my baby.
For real. Well, mine's lame compared to your guys. Your guys are like, you know,
there's no
the loss of a loved one.
Yeah.
I never cry. I never cry ever. Like my friends will die, don't cry. Go to funeral, don't cry. Like I just don't cry ever. But then it always sneaks in during like the dumbest times. And I watched Shrek 4. Shrek dies, or so I thought, and I was like, that shit hit me, man. That's good old Shrek. That's Shrek, dude. No, but yeah. No, I didn't actually cry during that. I like never cry. I don't remember the last time I cried. I don't.
Yeah. Well, and that's like, and like I said, like if you don't cry, like if you hold it in, then it kind of like sneaks out.
Oh, Mr. Moto Reptile, we got you, man. No, I do remember the last time I cried. I watched My Girl. That's a sad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like last summer. When he dies from the bees, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I realized, I was like, I'm not crying about that boy dying from bees. There's other stuff I'm sad about.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got Baron Cones here in the voice chat. You want to become part of the question answer circle?
Do it.
Let me turn you up a little bit. So we got you up full blast. If you want to maybe get a little bit closer to the mic. In any case, no, just Baron. In any case, Mr. Moto Reptile, we're actually talking about that kind of stuff right now. Oh, Thomas asks, have you been arrested? I've been in the back of a police car, but I've never been arrested.
No.
So
I have been. No. Actually, no. And I think about it, no.
So no, the answer is no from you, BTG, then.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if we were gonna hear like you robbing a bank or something.
No. At first, I was like, I've been in an ambulance, but that's different.
Yeah, that's a different emergency vehicle.
I've been too fast for them to put me into one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dina, I have a serious question. Why am I getting 17 pings every single day from your server?
Probably because you didn't turn off notifications.
Yeah, you have to mute notifications if you don't want them.
Oh, yeah.
I slowly turned into a husk over the last 2 days because I kept getting pings from the server at random.
Yeah, I would say just turn off the notifications.
No, dude, I gotta block Meeseeks because I kept getting pinged every 5 minutes.
Yeah, just gotta like, I don't know, just manage it, mute it as you need to. But I think it's great, you know, like we should encourage people to use the Discord and hang out.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Mm-hmm. But
It's
definitely,
just that I got pinged a couple of times at like the most worst possible moment when my boss was like yelling at me,
And it's just like
and
bing,
then my phone went
bing,
off.
bing, bing.
He was like, pick up that phone, so help me God, I'm gonna fucking fire you.
He's like, but
oh no.
man.
he's like, but there's new music. You're fired.
It's new material.
How about
I
this?
listen to your music, a large portion of it at work, and not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
Oh,
I'd love to
thanks.
see you make some hard style.
I think that would be balls.
I could do a good job at it. If you get fired from your job, I'll give you a severance package. I'm not gonna say it's much, but I can promise you like some Pop-Tarts and a bottle of Sprite.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Mr. Moto Reptile, if you want to elaborate on that, we definitely talk about mental health here, and we'd love to listen to it. But keep the questions coming, guys. Yeah, Huggy Bear, I feel you, man. I feel you. Like, I lie. I did actually. I was watching Danny Elfman, and I had a single tear because Danny Elfman played at Coachella. I'm not a huge Coachella fan, but one of my favorite things from him is the Edward Scissorhands theme song, and they were playing that. So yeah. How do you describe your friends in 3 words?
No, how would your friends describe you?
Oh, your friends. I would describe my friends as really dang beautiful.
Aw.
How would my friends
awesome.
describe me in 3 words? I don't know. I don't know how they would describe me. I think they would have to describe me.
Yeah, I know. But like, I'm
Consistent,
curious,
awesome.
like, what you think I would describe you as, and like, or like Jeremy, or like,
Okay,
I'm curious.
how do I think my
Yeah.
friends would describe me is works too much.
I agree.
Oh man, yeah. I was gonna say consistent, like very consistent, you know, definitely. But yeah, I could totally see that, Daddy. Like, I'd say that's fitting.
Well, yeah, Paul Potts is dope.
Yeah.
Huggy Bear. I haven't heard that guy's name in a bit.
Consistent, selfless, and honest.
Oh, there you go. There she blows, dude. Okay, I'm gonna read what Mr. Motor Reptile said. I'll start by saying that I was held in a holding facility for about 3 days. Took a huge toll on my mental health. I bet. Caused PTSD. I had dreams. Oh man, that's crazy,
Whoa.
Mr. Motor Reptile. That's wild. Yeah, dude. I hate bad dreams. I have some pretty wild ones all the time. Yeah, Huggy Bear, we're here to do it. What's up, Yawavora? Am I saying that right? Okay, what's the craziest thing you've done in the name of love? In the name of love. That's what Thomas asks. Thanks for the questions, Thomas.
Okay.
Stream for 1,000 days straight without taking a break. Because I love everyone here.
Dang.
That's the craziest thing I've ever done in the name of love. Because, man, it definitely has affected my mental and physical health. Both in a good and a... No, but I feel like in a good way, though, because I'm like walking on these streams. I've lost a whole bunch of weight. I'm feeling good, yeah. Things are good.
How much weight have you lost, D?
About 30 pounds in 6 months.
No way. Wow.
So I was up there, dude. I was getting unhealthy, dude. I gained way too much weight.
Bro, I appreciate the grind, bro.
Thank you.
It takes commitment. Trust me.
Appreciate
As somebody
you.
who lost 60 pounds in 1 year, I had a lot of problems.
Did
I know
you?
where you're feeling about
What
that.
was the thing that helped you the most losing weight? I would say for me, it's been curbing my snacking. Like I still snack, I just don't do it as much, and then walking. Straight up, just those 2 things.
Cardio did play a big role, but I also started doing other things like exercising my mind more.
Ooh, yeah, I like that answer.
Well, and because like if you think about it, the biggest problem is that when you're doing weight training or any kind of calisthenics or workout, you have to constantly be on your toes about, okay, what's my form look like? How am I looking about on this? Do I need to make sure that I'm going to, not pull a muscle or something? If I feel like this is going to hurt too much, then I need to slow down. Like,
Absolutely.
and getting that mind-muscle connection is very important, especially for beginners. When I started, I was almost 300 pounds. And I went from 300 pounds to, I think right now I'm at 237. So
Awesome.
Wow, good for you, man. That's freaking awesome.
the biggest problem that you need to pay attention to, if you have low metabolism like me, then, and I'm not going to say that this works for everybody, but I highly recommend that you seek out a fitness product line to help bolster your fat burning. So like the rise supplements, fat burner pills actually did a tremendous amount of work for me. And mainly it was the caffeine that worked for it. So,
Right.
But it really does depend on, it's circumstantial only.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I just realized I am out of gas and I need to go get gas now.
Getting some gas, baby.
My car will not start.
Mr. Motor Reptile, I hope you're feeling okay after that wreck. And I'm very glad that it's, you know, you're doing well, man. Much love to you. Okay, we got some new questions. There's 2 questions in one from Thomas. Okay, so the first one is, if you were standing in front of your 16-year-old self, what advice would you give them? I'll start off. I think I would say just don't stress out. Well, no, I don't know. I don't think I would give myself any advice. I think I would walk on by, because everything that's happened up till now has made me who I am. So I know that's probably not what anyone would want to hear, but
I'd give myself advice. Like I would definitely, and I'd probably like create an alternate universe, but I'd give myself advice. I would not pass it up if I could.
oh, I'd pass it up because I like who I am right
That's
now.
good. It's a healthier thing to do. Like I feel like that's like the more mindful thing to do. I just would do that, and I would totally give myself advice.
Be like, yeah, I could see that.
I would say, if I were to do that, I would say move out immediately.
Yeah, I can understand that, man. Crisis, thank you so much. Yo, it's pinned up in the chat. If you guys want to come hang out on the voice chat right now, we're doing question and answers. Yeah, Cray Cray said, let it be. I love that. How are you doing, Cray Cray? I don't think I would have listened, but I probably would have said to myself, it's like your parents are awesome, and spend more time with them. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have listened though, so it's like whatever. What 16-year-old would listen to someone my age anyway, right?
Most 16-year-olds this generation, I'm not pointing any fingers, they are very immature, not because of what they've been taught, but because
Austin Powers, Sparta!
It's good to see you. Thanks for the dono. Ooh, what kind of food you making for Faja? Anyway, let's hear from you guys what advice you would give your 16-year-old self.
Invest in Bitcoin.
You're right.
That's literally all I'd say, is get your money up. Start working. Pursue your racing career, because I dropped the ball on that, and now I'm stuck working as a mechanic for people like that.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang, that's wild, Huggy Bear. BTG, Sassy, do you have an answer for it?
For which one?
What would you tell your 16-year-old self?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dang. All right, I was hoping to pass it to you because I know what I would say, but it's trying to think of how to like condense it into it quick.
Okay,
So,
I'll go first then.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had stated move out immediately, and the
that's
reason
right.
being is because how controlling my parents were,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be like, well, yeah.
Right, Aaron D.
So at that point, I was 16. I'm gonna jump it up to 18 just because then I was actually doing something, I guess, per se. I was cleaning dog crap for $5 an hour. I hated it. And it's because my mom's like, oh yeah, I'll pay you if you do this. And yeah, I wanted to get out immediately. So,
Yeah.
and then my dad was just supporting his wife and not saying, you shouldn't be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And mind controlling uncontrolled for kids.
Yeah. Sassy, what advice do you think? Like, what would you, yeah. And then the next question that we're going to transition into after that is, what's the weirdest thing you've ever done?
Okay, that's a fun one, because like I feel like some of mine have just been too, like, I don't know, just like.
All right, let's just move on to the weirdest thing you've ever done.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I figured out a way to do it, like, fun still. So the biggest thing for me, I think, just like being able to live my own life is like being able to finally see reality, because I also had like very controlling parents, and like they're good, you know, but I think that like the advice I would have given myself as a 16-year-old is finding a way to like pop that delusion, or kind of that like just that weird reality that never was reality, that like dictated my life for so long. And because like the earlier you can like get out of that, the better. And so like my advice to my 16-year-old self would have been all around that, is just starting kind of the process that I went through in my 20s, starting it in my teens instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumpstart it. Okay, weirdest thing you've ever done. Everybody. Not all at once.
Weirdest thing I've ever done. Oh boy. I wouldn't say it's weird per se, but I did wrap a car around a tree and survive.
Whoa.
So, I don't know. It's kind of weird that I
Wow.
survived, considering the condition the car was in when I left.
That's freaking wild.
I mean, I went almost completely unscathed except for a leg injury, but I'd say that's pretty weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Glad you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing I've ever done. Probably.
That's how I do.
Oh, my mom water skied in the Panama Canal. That's sick.
That is.
That's nice.
I made a sardine peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever done.
Crazy. Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Oh yeah, with mustard on it.
Stop.
I had heard it on Scooby-Doo before. They'd always say things like that, like a double-decker salami anchovy peanut butter and jelly with mustard, and I was like, I'm gonna try that. It wasn't that good. So
No, it doesn't sound that good.
Like it's that good.
it wasn't.
Mhm.
It wasn't. It was pretty
Well,
oily,
my poor
you know.
coworker, I just saw a big semi-truck with a flat just drive past me and pull into the lot in front of me.
Oh no.
He's gonna have to deal with that on his own because I'm getting lunch for myself. I feel terrible now.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron D says mine's not safe for chat, and that's what Mr. Moto Reptile says. I probably shouldn't say. Most embarrassing moment. Oh wait, has Bear the Greeter said the weirdest thing he's ever done?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I would say the weird thing I've done. I guess I didn't do it. I just witnessed it. So I was 16 or 17, and so the foreign exchange student we had at the time,
What's up, family person?
his friend from Spain came to visit, and one of them was in a truck, and so Claire was in a truck, in the farm truck, and Nacho was it was on the 4-wheeler, and they decided to play chicken.
Oh boy.
And what was I doing? I was watering the animals, watching the whole thing happen.
Jeez. What's up, Yoshi? What you having for lunch?
And it was just really odd because, yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, all right. Weirdest thing for Sassy. Guys, let's get some more questions here in the chat.
Okay, so I have like a bunch, and it's hard to pick like one. So I don't know, one, like, and again, like some aren't safe. I'll skip those. But one time, so in the chat one time, you know how I went on a Chanel rant, and I was like, oh, I just want something Chanel, but it's so expensive. When I was in high school, I went on a fashion like study thing to New York with the fashion team at Timpview. And I was determined to find a knockoff of Chanel. So I could just have like, you know, like I was a high schooler, poor. I couldn't afford real Chanel, but I wanted like, I was determined to go to Chinatown and find just like something where I could pretend to own something Chanel. And I went to like every shop and I'd be like, do you have a Chanel bag? And they're like, no. Well, so me and my friend are leaving, kind of deflated. And then we get saw out. Like this old woman comes and like taps on her shoulders. Hey, you were inquiring about a Chanel bag. And I was like, yes, I was. Just follow me. So we go through all these like dark back alleyways, very like, it really wasn't safe and I was an idiot. Like nobody repeat this because I could have been nabbed. So we get to this shop that just looks ugly. Like the window, it is made to look ugly so people won't go investigate it or inside. Like the best front I have ever seen because nobody would go in and shop the items in it. We go inside, just like in Harry Potter, where they like hit the wall a certain way to get into like the secret wizarding world. This old woman like knocks the wall in like a very specific code, and it swings open, and there are all these like knockoff designer bags, like designer things.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that sounds
so
pretty.
Like,
doesn't sound weird. That just sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I know. So like I've got a lot of weird stories, but like that one still is like it's in the top 5 for like the weirdest things. Like I was so dumb, like dumb teenager. And mind you, there was no adult with us. There was no supervisor. It was me and like another teenager that just like stupidly trust, like, oh yeah, like we'll go like behind these dark alleys, like, you know, just like all this stuff where it could have been a pretty like bad situation, but luckily it was just like knockoff central, like every knockoff designer thing you could imagine hidden behind like a wall. It was an impressive front. I was honestly blown away that they pulled that off and had it.
Yeah, that's what you'll find. That's what you'll find. Cathartic, if you want to jump in the voice chat, feel free. Thank you for being a member here. Appreciate it. If you're a superhero, what powers would you have? Is the question that Thomas has asked.
Mind reading.
Well, that sounds pretty good. I'd have the power that I'd never have to take a poop ever again. I would never have to. And it'd save me so much time. Think about all the time you would save in the rest of your life, dude. What would my superhero name be? What would the superhero name be? Is the Discord voice chat, has it just gone completely mute now?
No.
I just don't know what your superhero name would be. I was hoping, you know, I was waiting. I was anticipating what you'd say.
Or what would yours be, Sassy?
Oh, I have no idea. Like, I used to know, but it's been a long day. I've had a lot of work, and on the spot, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not prepared. I totally, like, in the past have had a good answer for this, and I probably would have had a good one for you too, Danny. Like, I know I've thought of, like, superhero names for, like, us and our friends before, but I am tired and drawing a blank. Sorry. Maybe Bear has, like, maybe he's got a good answer. Super sassy, I guess, like, super sassy.
I don't. I don't know.
Yeah, we're struggling with this one. Sorry, chat.
I don't know, if someone wants to make one up for me, that would be great.
There's another question from Thomas. If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals who are passed away, who would they be?
Ooh. Oh. Any 4? Ooh. Who? Any specifications? Or is it just in general?
Yeah.
It's 4
I've got mine.
individuals
If you want
who
to
are
think about
passed
it,
away.
I know exactly who mine would be.
Okay.
So it might be that this is kind of a situation where just magically people would get along. So my 4 would be Figaro, Adora, Audrey Hepburn, and my Aunt Shirley.
Nice.
1, 2. Is that 3 or 4?
4.
Oh, okay. For
Right.
some reason.
Family Pearson said, I'd rather eat with people living. Yeah, he says, would they be zombies or alive?
I would take them as zombies, like Adora, even if she was a zombie, still 100%.
Okay. If you could say it, I would probably have to say, Chester Bennington for 1. This is tough. Is this living or not? Or both?
Well,
Oh, both. In an alternate universe, oh boy, probably, yeah, like I said, in an alternate universe, probably my dad. That's all I can think of right now.
yeah. That's good. Like,
Yeah, it's a pretty in-depth
yeah.
question.
I have to update mine because I just had a thought. So it would be Figaro, Adora, Catra, who's alive, but she would love to see her sister. So I have to include Catra. Love my Aunt Shirley, but Catra would be pissed if I had lunch with Adora and didn't include her. And then Audrey Hepburn still.
What's up, Zelda Master John? How you doing? Nice. Cathartic's gonna join. That'd be awesome.
Sweet.
Good.
Oh, we got a fun
What's
question.
up, Little Rabbit? How you doing?
Oh, wait, but we have to hear your answer, Danny.
Oh, I'll just choose one. I'll choose Lucy, the first ever discovered Homo sapien.
Might have to fight for food, like fight for the food with you. But yeah, no, Lucy would be awesome.
And then
That's a good answer.
Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, and
Bam Bam.
Betty Rubble.
Wow. Man, I thought for sure you'd be like Lil Peep, Michael Jackson, Juice WRLD, and
I mean, I don't know.
no.
I don't know.
But like Lucy, that's a very like I've never heard anyone give that answer before, and I like it. That's cool. You're cool.
And then probably, you know, I already said mine. The cast of the Flintstones. Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy starring as Betty Rubble.
Yeah.
What up, World is Ugly?
Did you guys see the question? Do we believe in ghosts, or do you believe in ghosts?
In a sense, yeah.
I 100% do.
What's
yes.
up, Missy Millie? How you doing?
More or less.
What up, Little Robot? How you doing? Drugs. Not Not a fan of them. Thomas?
Is that like medication or like what?
I don't know. But for me, it's like both recreationally or prescription. I'm just not a fan. I just don't like taking things.
Oh, okay.
Which is why when I get sick, I get screwed because I don't ever take like anything.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
We got Bear the Greeter, we got Sassly in the house. I'm probably might try to take this show on the road, except the title of it is like, this is what we're doing. My energy is just zapped from yesterday. I'm feeling like...
Yeah, yesterday was intense. Such a like awesome
dropping the
strain
ball as a
awesome
host.
1,000.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
But so much work. Like it was so much work, but at the same time it really paid off. And congratulations.
Aaron D asks, what do you wish you understood better? And my answer is myself. I think that it is a lifetime journey that never is completed to fully understand yourself. Because if you can fully understand yourself, you can create amazing things.
For me, numbers and anything involving like numbers, calculating, statistics, or finances, anything in that realm is what I wish I understood better.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with numbers.
That's kind of funny. That with the autism factor or savant or however you want to word it, it's kind of funny because the my situation is like remembering numbers and dates and whatnot.
Yeah, see, I really, it's my weakness, and I wish that I was better with it. I do. If I could have like a better, or just like without losing the strengths that I already have, like if I could add to my toolbox, without weakening the other tools, I would add that. Like I definitely wish I had better understanding of numbers, statistics, finance, like a better grasp of that.
Yeah.
What's up, FaZe? World's Ugly, to answer your question, is that I am completely off caffeine at the moment until I hit 20K. And moving forward, it's like caffeine at a massive consumption rate sucks ass. I hate it. And a lot of people say that like when I talk to some people who are like having problems with harder drugs or whatever, they're like, oh, you're a loser, you can't compare it at all. But like being addicted to caffeine is the worst thing. I hate it. Absolutely can't stand it. And so I'm taking steps to just have less and less and less of that in my life. Because I don't know, like for me, it's probably not the wisest thing or whatever, but for me, I just don't like putting certain things in my body. Like, but it's like, you could say like sugar is a drug, you could say like everything is a drug, like going to McDonald's is like a drug. Just like, so anyway.
There are definitely like levels for sure, It's sad that we live in a world where like, I think that there, like some organizations have taken advantage of that. Like McDonald's takes advantage of some reactions that, do mimic what drugs do, like it's crazy that you can't have like a bag of potato chips or something without that like reaction and like that. Like it's totally true. Like it sounds intense and extreme, but that's kind of the world we live in, where like even simple things like getting fast food now have similar reactions to like certain drugs that you would take, maybe in a smaller degree, but it's definitely like in that direction.
Flodger says he wants to understand gravity better. Yeah, man. If anybody could fully grasp gravity, they could be the richest person on the planet. They could fly all around the world. They could just go. Because if you could fully understand gravity, you could get from like here to New York in 20 seconds, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy like how little we actually know about gravity. I remember, like, I think I was in high school when I figured that out, you know, because, like, you learn about, like, all the theories of gravity and, you know, kind of, like, it's one of the ones that most people, like, they never question gravity. But then when you really start, like, when you get a further understanding of science, like, you realize how little we actually understand about gravity, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I want to change my answer because of what the world is ugly. She said, I want to understand the ocean better. What I want to understand is the Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what is down there. Nobody has any idea what is down there.
Atlantis is down there.
I think there was something that said that we've only discovered like 32% of what's in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, something like that for
I
sure.
don't know exactly the percentage, but I know that we have a better map of like the surface of Mars and the surface of the moon than we do our own.
5% of the oceans have been explored and charted.
Yeah. So it's like we have better maps of other worlds than we do our own world. I mean, how much of the planet Earth is covered in the ocean? And it's like we know the surface of the moon better than we know our own oceans. We know the surface of Mars better than we know our own ocean. It's crazy. I think it also speaks to like humans like to look outward so much more than we like to look inward. I think that's like a direct reflection of that. Like we're always looking outward and projecting outward rather than looking inward. Smart people look inward, but I just think that's like human nature to want to look outward first.
I wanted to understand myself better. So I'd argue that there's people that want to.
And I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm just saying that if you look at the masses, like most people.
Yeah. I feel that.
Because like I'm not that way. I usually look inward first too, but I think that I also had to train myself to look inward first.
Mm-hmm.
But there definitely are a lot of people who do, and like thank goodness for them. The world is a better place with people who look inward first before they project outward.
Yeah. Are there any more questions from people?
Yeah.
If not, I might go. I might go get a few things done before tonight's stream.
Sounds like a plan.
So let's see if there's any more questions.
Hey, Boo Raka.
What's up? We're chilling in the voice chat right now. We're doing question and answer. Trying to think of some good questions and answers. What's the difference between a good day and a bad day? That's a question.
Personally?
Yeah. Like, what is your definition of a good day or a bad day? Like, what's the differentiation between those two?
Oh. Trying to find the positivity in everything.
That's good.
And without hitting that wall of depression and garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Perception.
Yeah, because I think like I do agree that like you can make any day a good day, but how I would define like a good day versus a bad day, with the knowledge that no matter what, like you try and make any day a good day, you know, like be proactive, take accountability for how your day goes. But for me, it's in the process of doing that, like, do I feel like I'm swimming with the current or against it? Because for me,
No,
the good days are like in the process of me trying to make things work, have the day be good. Some days I just feel like everything's in sync and it's in flow and I am swimming with the current. And then other days I feel like I'm swimming against the current. So that's what I would define like a good versus a bad day. Because, you know, like you do your best to make it a good day no matter what. But some days I just feel like I'm swimming with the current to do that. And I like those days. Other days I'm swimming upstream and against the current.
Yeah.
So Low Rabbit asks, does time cure depression? It depends on if you have like a chronic depression. That's something that you like, because if you have like scoliosis, you're gonna have to deal with that for the rest of your life, you know, something like that, or some other thing that is gonna be with you for the rest of your life, like rheumatoid arthritis or something. You're gonna have to figure out a way to deal with that. That's chronic depression. That's a chronic illness. That's chronic mental illness. But there's also what they call like situational depression. Where you can be sad because someone broke up with you or because like your car got wrecked, and I think time really can heal a lot of that, and you can feel a whole lot better. But it's important to speak with a healthcare provider, mental health professional about your depression and figure out whether you have chronic depression or whether you have situational depression. And this is just, I am not a healthcare professional. I am not a mental health professional. I am just somebody who has been dealing with depression for a long time in my life. And these are my experiences. But talk to a doctor, talk to a mental health professional. But I think time heals a lot of things that are making you hurt. And you don't feel so bad about them, like someone breaking up with you or a death in the family, something like that. But there's also other things you need to look at.
My view on it would be, it helps, it doesn't cure.
Yeah. So what is your thought on it, Cecily, since we're asking everybody?
Oh, no, I agree wholeheartedly with what you said.
Oh, cool.
Same answer.
Here's another question is, when did you last sing to yourself?
When down diet.
What's that?
A few seconds ago.
A few seconds ago. When was yours, Barely Peter?
Oh, it all the time.
Yeah.
So
For me, probably yesterday. Huggy Bear asks, is there one thing that you would just not ever do if you're promised $1 billion and you would never get caught if there was something that you'd be willing to do for a set amount? So what are you saying, like, oh, there's like I would do this for $1 billion, but I would not do this for $1 billion. Shoot, I would probably I could probably go and vandalize and as long as all the animals were safe first, I could probably vandalize and make it so that it wasn't operational anymore. An animal testing facility. If someone's like, I'll give you $1 billion to just go wreck the shit out of that animal testing facility, I would totally do it. Or something to get rid of something bad. I don't know. Or do a big prank, show my butt on TV. I don't know, something that's not really that bad. I don't know. Hey, thanks for the dono. Appreciate you. What about you guys? What would you do for $1 billion?
Oh man, I mean, there's a lot that I would do, assuming it wasn't anything that hurt another person. But what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't kill someone unless they were
I wouldn't kill someone ever, not unless nothing, dude.
No, I definitely if there was someone who I felt the world would be better with or without, and I wouldn't get in trouble with it.
I couldn't do it.
If there was someone who was just terrible, I don't think I would be above not doing it for $1 billion. If it was someone who I felt was Adolf Hitler, I'm sorry, but no. If it was someone a lot of people were gonna die because this one individual was alive, then that would tip my Libra scales for $1 billion.
I wouldn't do anything for $1 billion. Cray Cray is right. She says there's no free lunch. It'd be someone's like, here's $1 billion. It would freak me out, and I'd be like, no way, dude. This can be some Better Call Saul Breaking Bad situation where I'm gonna end up in a hole in the desert, dude.
Yeah. See, like, your mom is such a realist, because that's so true. There is no free lunch. But like, because there's like what I was gonna say, like the things that I would never do for $1 billion. Like, I
Thomas,
wouldn't
thanks for the
sell
questions.
someone I cared about. Like, I would not injure or like hurt someone I loved, or like make their life, like anything that would like put them in a bad situation. Or like, I would never abandon anyone for like $1 billion. Like, I just never would.
Yeah. Okay, Bear the Greeter.
So I just have to laugh because I'm reading Missy's comment, and it says Adolf when as a child or in the middle of World War II.
And see, that's where, like, I know it's controversial, but like, if there was no other path, where just like a lot of people were injured, like just a lot of destruction, and like, I know that it's not necessarily the right answer, and I'm working on it as a human, but it's where, like, if I look at the bigger picture, and it's tough, I'm not saying it's the right answer, because I think I'm wrong. I genuinely think it's a character flaw, and I need to work on it, and I need, like, self-growth and stuff. But looking inward, if I knew that, like, getting rid of someone would make the world a better place, and I had that foresight, which what human does, you know, like, this is kind of a universe that it's a situation that would never exist, because humans just don't have that foresight. We don't have that ability to say like 100%. But if I knew it, then yeah, like, I probably would get rid of them. And like, I don't think it's the right answer, but it's my honest answer at this point in time. Still growing as a human, still developing, still trying to be like a better person.
Yeah, I would. If it were me, I would probably.
Right, Cray. Come on. All right, Bear the Greeter. Let's go.
There's something that I was reading that Adolf Hitler's mother almost not put him up for adoption, but almost got a what is the word? An abortion. So I guess that's terrible, but
What's up, Donna? How you doing?
looking back, or I guess jumping forward, if I were to get $1 million, that's what I would do. I would suggest her to get an abortion.
There you go. Guided Lion, what's going on? We are doing question and answer right now. So, Laura Rabbit, if you're still there, are you still there? Let's see. Did you ask the question? Was it you? I think he did. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, so how do you get rid of a nicotine and cig addiction? I've never been addicted to nicotine and cigarettes, but my friend has a pretty good strategy, and what he does at least e-cigarettes, and like when he has a craving, what he'll do is he'll just take like one puff of an e-cigarette and then throw it in the trash, and the pain of like paying all that money for one puff has helped him like drastically cut back. And so yeah, punish yourself. Buy like a carton of cigarettes, smoke like a puff of it, and then throw away the carton of cigarettes in the dumpster and like pour water on it. And that way each puff of a cigarette will cost you like $40 or whatever. Or I don't know how much cigarettes cost, I have no idea. That's worked for him, but I don't know. I've never smoked a cigarette, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never had nicotine.
Maybe like like we talked about caffeine addiction, and it's not the same, but like how maybe just like how you could overcome one, you know, if you don't have a nicotine addiction.
Oh yeah, for caffeine, it's just you make a decision, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Cray, there you go. Oh my gosh.
A different avenue.
Dang, that's wild, Huggy Bear. That's a lot of money. BTG, what would you say?
I would say find a different avenue, find different things that make you happy in that aspect, and just find it in a different source.
Yeah, for real.
Hopefully not addictive.
And it's like
source, but
it's like with the caffeine. I think somebody brought that up somewhere, or you were saying it. And it's like, you know, Yeah, you realize you don't need it. And then when you realize that, you're like, okay, that's fine. And so for me, it's like, I'm never going to completely quit caffeine because I don't think it's like, I've done a lot of research. I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but I don't think it's the best thing ever. I'm not going to be drinking like Red Bulls over and over and over all day long, which I really never have. But a once in a time thing. It's like with pizza or like fast food or whatever. It's just like, yeah, make it a once in a time thing. And maybe right now with cigarettes, maybe make it a once in a time thing until you can make it a never in a time thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Again, I'm not a healthcare professional. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just here hanging out. Any more questions? Hey, got a line if you want to jump in the voice chat. We got people hanging out right now. 150 for a carton? That's crazy. Yeah. It's gotta be crazy, dude. I can't believe that cigarettes are just like so available and they're so addictive. It's wild. So, Laura, I don't know if that helps at all, but just like when you get the craving, maybe like, I know it's not as good for you, but like maybe replace it with something first. Like get yourself I don't know, something that you're into, like hot Cheetos or a donut or something. I don't know. It's like, then don't go ham with the hot Cheetos, because you remember what happened to Lil Xan, guys, right? He went to the freaking hospital. They thought he had an ulcer and he had just eaten too many hot Cheetos.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
They're like, you have an ulcer. And they were like, what have you been eating? He's like, oh, hot Cheetos. Like, what else? Like, no, just like hot Cheetos.
Dang.
Yeah, and then like maybe eventually, like when you are craving cigarettes, like instead you'll like go skating or go on a bike ride or something, you know? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we're on our own for questions right now.
Did you say that you wanted to get stuff ready for the stream tonight?
Yeah, I probably should, but I can hang out for another couple minutes. Oh yeah, Missy Millie, yeah, like the Mike and Ike Red Hots. Yeah.
Oh, the hot tamales.
Yeah, hot tamales, dude. The Red Hots, dude. You guys remember Red Hots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But yeah, it's just it's funny. I thought a lot of these questions, yeah, Nutter Butters, dude. I thought a lot of these questions would just kind of be like, you know, what's your favorite movie? But a lot of them would be kind of like advice type questions, which is cool.
I thought it was going to be like, here, we're going to get to know you. But I mean, like on a personal level.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy kind of how it just turned into what it's turned into. But we have learned a lot about you with your answers from all these questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
So.
I feel like it's been a good get to know you.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be honest, I'm trashed after yesterday, dude. I'm not used to doing those longest streams. I'm not used to doing it.
Yeah, it's been a bit. Remember, like, didn't you have like a 36-hour stream once?
I did, yeah. But that was back when I was like right at the beginning of it. Yeah, 36 hours. That was nuts. That was, and it's also like you have to pace yourself when you do it every single day for like multiple years. You have to pace yourself.
How do you function after 36 hours?
Classic keyboard ASMR, right? How do I function? I don't know, man. I don't know how I did it. That's pretty crazy. But dang, we did 1,000 days. Now we're on to like 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004.
Yeah.
And then I just got to get up to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Just keep at it.
Yep.
one step at a time.
Dude, I'm a robot, dude. That's what Guided Line is saying. I am not even a human being. I'm just someone who, all I need is to charge. I wish I could do that. I could just like plug into a port and just charge. Nope, I gotta sleep and eat. Do all that stuff. Any more questions, guys? Because we're gonna wrap it up. If not,
Yeah.
If not, we're gonna wrap it up. Shoo, he's gonna head to the barbershop. He's gonna shave his head off since we got that goal last night.
Okay.
If you're able to go back and start it all over again, but with the knowledge you have now, would you, even if it means you might not have the same people in your life you do now? Nope, I would not. I would not start over.
No.
All right, Guided Line, what's your question? And Sassy, would you start over with the knowledge you have now?
Oh man, that's hard. This is like the would you
It
go
is.
back
It was like
and
the
tell your
easiest question for
16
me ever, dude. I would never lose out
like,
on the people in my life.
I couldn't give up the people who I've gone to love. Like knowing that, you know, like say like I wouldn't have Adora in my life, or I couldn't do that. You know, I could go back and maybe give myself advice, but only with the thing in place that like the people I have in my life today would somehow still be in my life, because that would be too hard.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
Give up friends, give up like people who, you know, I love.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
Maestro
like,
Jen,
I'd
that's
only do it if I could have my cake and eat it too. Exactly.
Maestro Jen, that's awesome that you stopped 2 years ago. My favorite underground producers and artists is Bizo and Guided Lion. End of story. But yeah, I have those people in your life you might not. It's a gamble. I wouldn't want to make that gamble. I wouldn't want to take that risk.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like it's just
Oh, no. No,
I
not at
couldn't
all.
do it. I couldn't do it. No, you know, like imagine like if we made those choices and like you and I weren't friends, Danny, that would suck.
Yeah. No, Guided Lion for sure. Like you're, like, you guys are the two underground artists I listen to the most, for sure. Let's see. Are there any more questions? Yeah, a few more questions.
It's like early.
No, you can do it. You can think of another one. Oh.
Let's see. Oh.
Everybody's stumped right now in the chat. There's no questions coming.
Yeah, no kidding.
It has been a long stream of many questions.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Some of them were like.
What
real
motivates
questions,
you?
too.
Like, why do you work? Why do you do what you
Maybe.
do? Why do you...
And I don't mean that like on a superficial level.
What'd you
but,
say?
Like, oh, I was just gonna say like I'll be real. Like, what makes me work really hard is like the ability to like make or find beautiful things. Like I'm
So
sorry,
money.
but I really not money, just beauty. Like the ability. Like I don't care how, but a lot of times what motivates me is just like, oh, this is like really, you know, I could.
So you're
it'll allow me
you're like
to
Hoggle
do-
from the Labyrinth.
Yeah, kind of exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, shiny. Nice.
Mhm.
That's cool. You would have done great in ancient Egypt as a royal.
Yeah, no, I like being able to make like my space pretty, or I like being able to see like beautiful things, go to the museum. But I mean, that's not the only thing, you know, there's definitely other motivations, but if it's like, I don't know, beauty is definitely a motivator for me.
Nice. What about you, Barry?
I would say, like setting a goal and like working toward it,
Oh,
chipping
yeah,
at
dude.
it if it's
Oh, yeah.
big. I mean, just like the 1,000 streams. I mean, I look at it and like I've only been Yes. I think 90 days. But I mean, yeah. So with that in mind, I mean, you chip away at the goals that you may have, and yeah, I don't know exactly how to word it, but yes.
So Huggy Bear asks if you could bring back one extinct animal, what would you bring back? That's a good question.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's hard to say, dude. It's hard to say.
Oh, I know that they're trying to bring back the woolly mammoth.
I'll just say the dodo bird. I'd say the dodo bird. No.
I'd probably bring back an animal that humans made extinct recently, like maybe a breed of rhinoceros that like we've just hunted to extinction. Something that like in my lifetime, like my generation is responsible for this animal going extinct. I would bring that back because it might if my generation was the one that effed up and made this animal go extinct, then I should pick from that list to bring him back. I kind of feel responsible. Like, I guess, like, if I had that ability, I'd be like, okay, like, we did you dirty, humanity did you dirty while I was alive. And, like, even though I didn't have a ton of control, still, I feel like responsible somehow. So I try and bring back one of those animals.
Yeah.
Cathartic Kilda asks if you could remove one thing from the planet, what would it be? And he also said, I'd have to say greed. Imagine a world that stopped fighting.
Greed would be mine too. Well, I guess like toxic greed, because and you do need some greed to survive. I don't think that humanity would have survived to today without some level of greed. But I don't actually know. Again, if I could have my cake and eat it too, if we could be the society, like if we could live to evolve to where we're at without greed, but be even better, then I'm gonna go with perfect solution. Like, let's remove greed. That would be mine too.
Uther, sometimes I do make dance pop beats.
Let's say like animosity.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Legend Gamer, what's up? What would I remove? Let's see, I would remove carbon emissions.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, Guided Lion, this is just a question for me. What keeps you going when you do music? Is it just random thoughts or is it planned out? It's totally, completely, 100% random. I never go into it with any sort of like an idea. I just start playing around and figure out what happens.
That's awesome.
Uther, how are you doing? I wouldn't want to bring back any animal. They're okay, yeah, okay. You'd want your own Stegosaurus, right? Down, Dino, down. Those are most of the questions. There's some good questions though. There's some good questions. Oh, your headset isn't working? Dang, dude. Follow your dreams, believe in yourself, and never give up is what Cathartic Kilda says. I love it. Well, thanks, Guided Lion. I'll ask this to everybody in the chat and everybody in the voice chat, because everybody has it if you look deep down. What's something you think that you're naturally good at, naturally talented with? And everyone in the chat as well answer this. And I think this will be a good question to end the stream with. What's something that you feel like you're really naturally good at?
I shouldn't say like having the ability to welcome people and
Yeah.
be,
Oh yeah, I could totally see that.
yeah.
Yeah, being very
Uh,
welcoming. I totally
Yeah,
agree.
again, you guys can all tell me I'm full of hot air, just like full of it, whatever. I don't care. And I understand beauty is subjective, but I feel like I like to make things look pretty. I like to make things look good.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Maestro John says, the trumpet in particular, music comes easily to me. God Line says, music, the fact that my music can help a person's mood, the joy it brings, that's what I am good at. That's awesome. Let's keep that coming, guys. Let's keep it coming. I guess while we're waiting for everybody
love
else.
Cray Cray's answer.
Yeah, right?
I feel like I'm good with kitties too.
Yeah.
Like I'm naturally good with kitties. I'm a natural cat person. But I love Cray Cray's answer.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For me, I think that it's easy for me. I mean, obviously, like making music is super easy. Pretty easy for me to talk to people. But I think what trumps it all, I think it's super easy for me. Everyone always asks me like how do you work every day? How do you do all that stuff? How do you just get the drive to do it? How come you don't need any breaks? And to me, it just doesn't make any sense that anybody else like needs breaks. I don't know. So I guess just working without taking breaks is like my superpower.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a superpower because I know that like we've had many disagreements about it, but I struggle. Like I don't perform as well as I would if I don't ever take breaks. And like I know
That
this
to
is
me
something
just
that
seems
like
weird.
you and I have discussed in length many times, but I actually do think that it is one of your superpowers because it just.
I don't think it's. I don't know. After I say it out loud, though, I don't think it's a superpower. I don't. Like after I say it out loud, it doesn't feel like a superpower.
But like,
It feels like you wake up and go to work, you know?
And I don't take breaks. Like my work is noticeably less good.
I'm good at walking. I'm a good walker. I'll put it back at that. Motherhood, herbalism, and massage. I like that. So I'm changing my answer from music and all that other stuff to I'm good at walking. I like walking. Walking's fun.
Yeah, I love walking.
Everybody, thank you for being here. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Let me get myself some food.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, thanks, Guided Line. Thanks for saying that, man. Stick around for the piece of advice, people in the voice chat. But I always say if you're going through a hard time, it always gets better as long as you're willing to make a change. You got to go on a dream, work hard on it until it becomes your reality. Don't ever let anybody tell you it cannot become your reality, even if that person yourself will be here tonight. 6 o'clock my time. 5 o'clock LA, 8 o'clock New York, 1 o'clock London. Hit me up, Instagram, Snapchat, Discord, Twitter. I need to go. All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right. My piece of advice is when you're frying chicken, well, don't put too much oil on it. You're going to burn the dang kitchen down. What's your guys' advice? Sassy?
Grace. Come up with your own advice is my advice. Find your own answers.
Whoa. Okay. Barely good. Your turn.
Yeah. Mine would be when eating a banana, try not to eat the peel. It
Oh.
might not taste very well. Or
Yeah, I'm feeling that. It might not be very appealing. All right, guys. We'll see you. Peace out, everybody. Here, I'm just going to mute myself in the chat, then I'll come back on, and I'm going to end the stream, though. All right, guys. Have a great one. We'll see you tonight. Peace out.